So when I first walked into this backyard, it was like walking into a park. Hey, I'm Mike, designer here at Cascade Fence and Deck, and I'm gonna break down a couple of our outdoor projects for you. So this was a brand new house. They have a phenomenal view of the lake, so they wanted to kind of explore ways to create a kind of extension of their home, outdoor living space, where they could feel comfortable having a barbecue and furniture without being in the way of the view. So they really wanted to create that lake appeal. And how we did that was with actual steel frameworks that is actually powder coated black, so it looks sharp and it continues to look sharp through the years. A big part of that is the railing, where cable railing itself has minimal material involved, but then also making it black. Something about black just doesn't catch your eye. So you kind of see through it, especially if there's landscaping behind it, like green, like they have the trees right here in the lake, and those are the things that catch your eye. And then as far as the decking, they wanted something that would kind of fit the vibe of their home, the white to light gray kind of tones. So they decided on gray decking that just kind of fit the rest of their home. So when we first started chatting, we were standing out on their lawn and just looking up at the back of their home, and they didn't have a deck yet. So it was pretty much a blank slate. That kind of gave us the freedom to explore all the options. And they finally decided that they wanted to focus more on the patio next to the lake, next to the dock, where they can have fire pits and create that vibe. And with the deck, just kind of keep that a little more intimate, where they can have like a barbecue and room for a couple people, but not make that the big hangout, especially because it would infringe on that view as well. So as far as the next step things, maybe they might want to add in the future, again, looking at this deck, there's really no way down. So possibly adding some stairs so they can come from this upper level down to kind of an express route to the lake. Another thing is underneath the deck, it's just open, so when it's raining, water can get through. And they have an actual patio underneath, coming out of this back patio. So adding some sort of water management system would be something that they could do, so they could just walk out this door right here, and even if it's raining outside, still enjoy the lower part of their patio as well. Based on this deck design, this home, the view, the yard, probably one tip would be look out your back windows. What do you want to see? What don't you want to see? And how you want to create an outdoor living environment just based on your view, because you're going to be looking at that every day. So make it a great view. So this family had just installed a brand new paver patio, and it's full sun in their backyard. So they wanted at least an option to be hanging out outside, a little more covered. Whether it was too sunny out or if it was raining out, they wanted at least the option to be protected. So one thing we chatted about was with the cover, if they would want it to be full shade, like matching their roof kind of vibe, or if they wanted light to still get through. And that was more what they had in mind. And so they really liked these acrylite patio covers. And one thing about these covers is that there's a couple different ways we can do them. They could be just aluminum framework, or they could be a more natural vibe like this is right here. And that was what they wanted to go with, just because they have a really natural vibe in their backyard. So this is actually a hybrid version of the acrylite patio cover, where the framework is actually made from natural material, kind of softens the view, creates a more natural vibe compared to the standard aluminum framework, which is great, but just has a different vibe. So if you want something that is more of a natural tone, like if you have a wooded backyard, something like that, this is a great option to consider. And then on top of that, there's a lot of things you can do with this cover, having a wood framework, like hanging lights or shades, or just a lot more structure to play with. So one thing about this project, I never actually met this family in person. They initially sent over just kind of their thoughts, just a quick video walking through their backyard, their patio, kind of their thoughts. And I took that and created some initial design ideas, sent that back to them. Then we had some phone conversations and just kind of tweaked and molded everything until we finally came up with this design. One thing I love about this project is it takes a nice large patio and creates kind of an all-purpose room for all kinds of weather. So when I met with this family, they had a couple thoughts with their backyard. First of all, their backyard is amazing. All kinds of gardening and landscaping. They have this back deck with a pergola. So in their ideal world, they would be able to keep the pergola, but just add something to it just to protect them from the weather. They wanted something that was going to last. It was high quality. So we actually talked about American patio covers, acrylite panels, and the advantage to them, they're actually really high quality. So they're going to last a long time. And then they also have some UV protection. So imagine a greenhouse where the sunlight hits those and just blares underneath. It actually intensifies the heat. With the American patio covers panels, they actually have UV protection, so you can be standing under it and be protected from the sun. They won't ever yellow. So the view from your deck looking up is always going to be looking like at a cloudy sky compared to some yellowing kind of mystery. So that would kind of fit exactly what they wanted, and light could still get through to their back patio. So it just worked out perfectly. So when we were chatting about what kind of fence style she would want to consider with her backyard, she wanted something that looked nice, but it doesn't have maybe the more elaborate designs that other fences could have. One thing that was really important though, especially after her last fence that was failing, she wanted to have steel posts so that she never had to do this again. And her third thought was she had a lot of landscaping ideas, so she didn't want to necessarily put all of her budget towards the fence. So we looked at different fence styles that would kind of incorporate all of her goals. And this is the style that fit best, where it's a great backdrop for all the landscaping, looks really nice, has a nice cap top, so the top of the fence looks finished. There's actually steel posts, so it lasts a long time. And the steel posts are covered in cedar, so you're not looking at steel. So with this project, the tip that I would share is share your dreams, share the thoughts that you have with how you want everything to look after it's done, and don't kind of limit your dream by how's it actually going to happen. So when I first walked into this backyard, it was like walking into a park. They had pathways, they had a pool, a lot of different areas to just fully enjoy their backyard. So we wanted to create a deck that just helped to accentuate the vibe that they had for their backyard. And their existing deck was on its last leg, and it was a little bit smaller than they wanted. They kind of envisioned some different furniture and wanted to expand their deck a little bit. But the aesthetic they wanted walking out their back door was just a really nice hardwood kind of vibe, kind of an extension of their dining room, walking out onto their back deck. And with the railing, they wanted something that would accentuate that. So they wanted a black aluminum picket style railing. At the top of this railing, they wanted a cocktail rail just to tie everything in really nicely. So with hardwoods, there's some different options ranging from Ipe to Batu, Comru, Tigerwood, and they all have kind of their own aesthetic as far as the color tone, the lines, the natural kind of characteristics. And they love the Ipe. The look of the Ipe kind of fit exactly what they wanted. And then with that, we designed the decorators picket style railing that comes in a nice textured black to kind of soften the edges. And then we added the cocktail rail on top of the railing just to kind of tie everything in. It just matched the decking perfectly, just to create a cohesive look. So another design aspect they wanted with their new deck was an area that they could enjoy their backyard but stay dry at the same time. So with this area right here, coming outside their lower door, we actually added the zip-up water management system to protect this area from the weather. So they could sit, have some chairs right there, sit down, year-round kind of enjoyment of the paradise that they created. So if there's any tip that I could give looking at this project is if you're replacing an existing deck, take some time and think about how you might want to adjust everything just to create maybe more space for a larger table, maybe some stairs to the ground, just things that would accentuate the space more. So I hope you learned something here today, and just let us know if you have any questions.